What is up, everybody, and welcome back for another week of the Challenge Circuit Course Guide for the TGC Tours. This week, got the Bar Stool Sports Open at Royal Halex Golf and Country Club. Taking a look at the conditions that you'll have here for round number one. Low wind speed, wind directions to the northwest. Fairways are soft, which actually comes in very handy at this course. The greens are firm, green speed's fast, you're playing in the morning, and the weather is clear. This is going to be a big change of pace from the course that you had last week, Avalon Club. And I was actually right. I was looking through some of the scores, and it was very Jekyll and Hyde scores. Some people played it very well, and some people struggled with it very, very, very hard. This week, I think this is going to be a course that a lot of people are going to play probably on the stronger side, especially having at least 2 rounds of soft or moderate fairways. That actually goes a long way on this course. Firm fairways are going to be a little bit more difficult, and you'll definitely see why as we play through this round. But I think for the most part, you are going to have a much better time this week with this course than you did last week. So let's hop into a round here at Royal Halex and get started on this course guide. A lot of gripping and ripping at this course. We'll start it off here on hole number 1. I personally shoot this gap. The reason before that, if you play this back to a 3-wood, you're going to have a 4-iron, 3-iron coming in. I'd much rather just take the chance of shooting the gap. If you miss the fairway, the rough isn't too bad, the sand traps aren't too bad. Recovering is actually not that hard. I mean, in some cases it is, but for the most part it's not. So this is a hole that grip and rip. Try to keep it, I mean, you have a very tight landing zone, but as long as you can keep it middle here, the fairway all funnels back in. So that is what I do, grip and rip. See what we get. This is going to be end up too fast. We're going to end up in this bunker. That's okay. Because we have a decent recovery shot, and we have backslope to work with. I also should say that it is green tees for round number 1, just so you don't get confused. It is green tees. Because you do have change tees every single round. Green, white, gold, and back to green. I'm just going to try to get this up here nicely. Oh, we slowed it. Probably back into the bunker. Yup. That's kind of unfortunate, but we'll be able to get it up here nice and close. And we'll have that to save par. See if we can knock it in here. Which we do. And we will take a nice little up and down for par. Not the easiest of holes to start off with for birdie opportunity, but if you get a good drive, you can come in pretty nicely. All right. This one, I mean, as you're seeing, pretty straightforward. You just got to keep it left because this all funnels back to the right towards the hole. I am in between clubs, so we're going to play this 3-iron out here. We usually hit a fast for this, so that's what we're going to play for. And I end up pushing and slowing it. Sick. Alright, well, let's try to get up and down again. I guess you'll be able to see how scrambling is at this course. Which I think overall is fairly simple and straightforward. Just gotta make sure to leave yourself in advantageous putts. Uphill, not a whole lot of break. Try to avoid downhill putts at all costs. I mean, that's just a a general tip and out on the golf course for course management. Take another par. I've been averaging about 8 under at this course so far. So let's see if we can actually hit an 8 under for one of these videos. All right. This is your first par 5. What you want to do is keep this ball as right in the fairway as you are comfortable with. The reason for that is if you look at the green, you have this little landing zone in between these two bunkers. It's the only way that you can go for it in 2 is you have to land it in there and skip it up onto the green. In order to have a best shot at that, you need to keep this right. So try to keep this as right as you're comfortable with coming into this fairway. This should play beautifully. We're gonna try to skip this up there in 2. Gotta take driver off the deck. We actually have a pretty bad lie here. Normally it's a little bit better. This is a pretty terrible lie. We're still gonna try to get it, skip it up there. If we can. Maybe overpower it a little bit. Ah, bunker. You can skip it up there, though. We had a pretty bad lie with our driver there, unfortunately. But you can skip it up there. I have before, and it actually funnels gorgeously into the hole. If you can skip it up there, this all funnels back to the right. You can get yourself into position for a cheeky little eagle to start you off on your first par 5 of the evening. I guess I should say morning, huh? All right, we got a little 9-8 footer here. We're gonna hit this pretty firm, try to get through some of this break at our feet. We'll take home our first birdie of the morning. 1 under. You know what to do. That's what I always suggest. Grip and rip. Shorter the better. You can't play 3-wood back here, though. Playing a 3-wood back, completely feasible. After your bounce, you're probably going to be sitting somewhere between 5 and a 4-iron. So you can do that, but I like to make it as short as possible. It funnels back out of that bunker, back into the fairway. And the left side funnels a little bit back into the fairway as well. So my suggestion, grip and rip, and don't do what I just did, which is very fast. Which I can't escape on this PlayStation controller for some reason. But we have a backstop again. A little bit of one. We're going to try to use that to our advantage. See if we can't pick this out of here and get ourselves a putt. Which we do. We'll have a putt at it. Not too terrible of a putt, too. Add 3 to this. We're up to 20. Let's see if we can get a nice little up and down birdie here. Oh my god, I shorted it. Wow. Interesting. That doesn't happen too often at this course. Still sitting at a 1 under. That's all right. We still got a pretty decent round going here. Okay, if you got the big dog, if you can overpower this thing, you can make it there in 1. It's not the easiest putt if you make it there in 1, but you'll still make it there in 1, and you'll have a chance at an eagle. And even if you don't get the full 105, the wind's going to carry you over this if you got the big dog. 295 Bridgestone. It's going to carry it over this. You're going to have a chip, maybe a splash from the bunker. but it's not too bad. So my suggestion, just go for it. You might as well. Try to overpower it. Try to get it there in one. Get yourself an eagle opportunity, which I always try to do. We are going to be playing from the bunker. That's okay. Like I said, it doesn't play too bad from the bunker here. Now we have a chance for birdie. Nice little 10-footer. Actually surprised I didn't release some on that hill. I think we fell just short. Oh my gosh, edge burner. That's unfortunate. It was a straight putt. We just hit it a little too firm. That is very unfortunate, because this is a hole that you want to birdie. This is one of those holes that you want to birdie. Same with the par 5. You want to birdie that hole. There are some like must birdie holes. I mean, if you want to call them that, that's what I do. I have a set of holes that I tell myself that I have to birdie to have a good round. Got a backstop to work with. You want to keep this right, if anything. Going over here to the left, you have a pretty nasty putt coming in. So just try to keep this... Try to keep this on pace for the right side. Me, though, I've been fasting it a lot, so... See what we get. We're going to find the bunker again. I actually plugged it. You don't see that hardly ever. They get out of there, though. Hopefully get our up and down par. We're having a pretty poor round, as always, as soon as I start shooting these rounds on video. It all goes to shit. Okay. This you can actually play both ways as well. You can play it back safe. Again, I don't suggest it just because you're going to be bringing in such a long club. These are the type of fairways, when you see fairways like this, these are the type of fairways I'm talking about that with firm fairways, you're going to be getting yourself into trouble. The good thing is you can recover out of this course pretty nicely. The bad thing is you much rather play from the fairway, and this course has some pretty tight fairways, especially in firm conditions, but with soft fairways, you can actually attack fairways a little bit more. So I say just slam it down there. We're still going to end up in the rough, but at least we're in a position now where we can recover pretty nicely instead of playing back and bringing a 3-iron into this. We're going to try to use this hill to our advantage. It's got to hit it, though. It does. Good. We'll roll this on down to the hole. Let's see if we can make this for our next birdie. Sure hope so. We need it, that's for sure. Says it's straight, which means it probably isn't. I'm actually going to aim this a touch to the left. I pulled it, but it broke. Got bailed out a little bit, but we'll take our birdie either way. Get ourselves to a 2 under. You see the scores over there, 9 under right now. All right, this is another scenario where playing it safe completely can. I'm going to show you what happens when you go for it, but you can play this back safe. It is a very short shot in. Look at this. Like, you get it up in here, you're bringing a gap wedge in. I want to try to get myself into a pitch range, though. Just because I want to stick it close. So we're going to go for this. I'm going to show you what happens when you go for it. Overpower to touch. Get it up in that wind a little bit. And we are going to have a nice little pitch coming in here. We're going on firm fairways though, so we got to expect a little bit of a bounce here. We fasted it. Should get some spin back though. We don't. Fasted too much, and now I got this disgusting putt because I can't get my tempo right. Man. Tough go of things. Three, 5, 35. See what we get. See if maybe we can drill this. Pretty straight putt. Right into the cup. Here we are. Boom. Another birdie. 3 under. Replay for Emo. Get it. Ooh, finger guns too. Let's go. The best. All right, this is a par 5, one of the shorter par 5s. Just try to get it in between these two bunkers here in the middle and the left. Just so you can go for it in 2. Eagles are huge at this course. So we want to make sure we give ourselves every potential possibility at getting an eagle at this course. Because they are out here to be had. Especially on the back. Taking a 5-wood into this. We're going to take a 3-iron in. This all, right here, this all slopes to the left. So you have to, if you're going to land it short like I'm about to, you got to land it short and to the right some. And have it skip up onto the green. If you get too far over here, you might make it up to the green, but it's going to roll off left side. You'll have an easy chip coming up, but it'll still roll off left side. So we're going to try to overpower this a touch. We're going to try to land it short and to the right. And I fasted too much, of course, because I can't help myself. So we're going to be chipping in here. Good thing about this chip, not too bad of a chip. Can definitely, potentially make an eagle here. Not enough mustard, but being a hole that you must birdie, this is another one of my must birdies. We get our birdie, work to a 4 under, going into the back. Pretty good. Good, a nice recovery there, that's for sure. I mean, I think at this point I don't even have to say what I would do, but this is another one of those holes if you're scared, put it in the bunker, because it is a tough recovery if you go into the bunker. This is one of the few holes where it is a tough recovery if you go into the bunker, just because of where the pin's placed. You can come back and bring a 3-wood in and have a nice little, pitching wedge coming in. Pitching wedge 9-9. I, though, don't know the meaning of laying up sometimes. So we're just going to hit it as hard as we can. And give ourselves maybe a nice little lob wedge coming in. Yeah. Nice little lob wedge coming in. Nice little perfect there, too. We'll take it. we'll have a birdie opportunity here. See if we can drill it. Oh my gosh. I don't want to talk about that line. That's one of the ones that we don't want to talk about. I'm still trying to work out. The tension in this DualSense is so firm. Like, it's such a hard thing to break. Doing the upswing on my putts, the same, like, Xbox, like the Xbox tension, I'm still doing the Xbox tension. And what happens is I don't go all the way to the top of the housing on my downswing with my putter, and that kind of stuff happens. So that's just something, it's going to be something hard to break just because I've been using an Xbox controller on this game since the beginning on PC. So it's going to be something hard to break. Just got to get used to it. Another situation, laying up, out of the question. These are tight fairways. And you might struggle once they get into the firm region. I give it a touch of draw if you're righty. I give it a touch of draw, go for my fast, and just try to put it in between here. Again, soft fairways, little bit easier on the landing. A little bit easier on the landing, so you're going to be able to stop it some and a lot quicker, so you don't have to worry about going into that second bunker over there. We're just going to get up here nice and tight so that we have a good approach shot coming in, which is still a 4-iron. Two ways you can approach this. You either land it short, just skip up on this hill and run it down, or you can go left here and run it this way. What I do is I give it actually a little bit of a baby fade. And I try to come in at a right, like as it's drifting right, to then hit this slope to get it more towards the hole. But there's many ways that you can approach this hole. It's just whatever you're comfortable with. It's a tough pin selection, especially when you red slow it. That makes it very difficult. And since I suck, that's what we just did. I am not on the cart path game. But I will accept you saying I am. Thank you. That's a much better lie than the rough. So thank you for that. You also allowed me to get up and down for par pretty easily, so appreciate you. Another par 5. You just got to get it up there as far as you can just to have the shortest shot possible. So I do a little bit of a fade just to counteract the fast a little bit. And I grip, and put it right where it's going. This all slopes back towards the fairway, so you can actually work it back. And now we have a nice little 3-iron coming in, which we are going to try to fast a little bit because you do have to get up that hill. So we're going to try and give it a little extra. Dreaded straight ball. Instead, we're going to be splashing it up for a birdie opportunity, of course. Another must birdie, which we are going to get. It's just a little bit with the tees the way they are. These are just a little bit of shorter par 5s. Back on the back tees, a little bit more difficult. You know, you have to get a little bit more creative on some of these par 5s, but a lot of these par 5s are are must birdies. All right, this is one that don't try to be a hero. There's really no point. You don't have a lot of room to miss here, so just dial this back. If you bring it into the 245, look, you're gonna have a wedge coming in. So soft greens or soft fairways, you don't have to worry about this skipping into the bunker. Just take your 3-wood out and just get it up here as close as you can. And look, we have a gap wedge coming in. You are coming into a downslope on this hole, a pretty steep downslope. So you do have to take a bit off of the shot to get it to stop. Hopefully we can hit a perfect. I guess I'm red slowing today. Jesus, dude. Okay. Okay. Well, let's get it up there for a par at least. I went from fasting it tremendously, getting all... Man, our chipping has been good. I've gone from fasting it tremendously to then slowing it way down to not fast it, and now I'm just red slow. Oh, gosh. I am dying inside. At least our chip saved us there. One thing you have to be careful with this this chip, because that chip can actually get away from you because of the downslope. 6 under though. A very short par 3 here. Just bring lob wedge in. Try to suck it back into the hole, really. Or, you know, red fast it into the bunker. Whichever you prefer. It's completely up to you. I'm gonna do something that people really hate to see, but I kinda have no choice. See if we can get up and down for par here. With that lob wedge, you can actually run it right back towards the hole. If you get the backspin on it, really save our par. This is a very short par 3 with these tees. Still sitting at a 6 under. We're scrambling quite a bit. Kind of goes to show though how easy it is to scramble though. For this hole again, I mean you can play it back if you really want to, but yet again you're going to be bringing in a long club. Going here this is a very tight fit. I mean, I'm gonna go for it just because, you know, I don't like myself sometimes. But I would suggest just partialing a driver up here. You're gonna have to baby draw it in if you're a righty. You're gonna have to baby draw it into the hole to get a nice little close approach shot, or you can keep it here right. That way you can just hit it straight on, which I am going to try. Even though our tempo has been shit. This will play good, though. This will play very good. We'll have a nice pitching wedge coming in. Try not to fast it. Hey! What's that? A perfect? Wow. Let's see if we can get another birdie. This might be moving slightly to the left. Touch. A touch to the left. We have a backstop, so we're going to try to hit this a little firm. Hey, you! Here we go again. Same problem I'm always running into. All right, we're just gonna slam it. I have to just slam it up. Holy crap. So bad. All right, this is a par 5 that you have to get as far up as you possibly can to get yourself a chance at an eagle, especially from the back tees. So I do a little bit of a baby fade, and I try to land it here on the left side. Some parts of the fairway do slope back to the right. Some of it slopes into the rough, so it just really depends on what kind of drop that you get for your first bounce. But you got to get this up as far as you possibly can, so you get yourself an approach shot. Don't do that. As I always say when I very fast it like that, do not do what I just did. Because then you have to really lay up. And try to get yourself a birdie shot. You'll be bringing 3-wood, maybe a driver in, depending on the lie, on your second shot. If you don't do what I did. Wow. Man, just Army golf. Pure Army golf. The good thing is we've been scrambling pretty good. This is one that you can, it's not a must birdie. You can par it. Try not to. Now comes the par 4 that we go for. We go for these. Just whatever works best for you. I do a heavy draw into this. And I try to skip it this way. Soft, remember, soft fairways. Soft fairways, remember that. You have to get this just right on this fairway to skip it up there. A little too hard. But we'll have a splash shot coming in. This is another one of those must birdies. Ooh, maybe we chip this? I mean, I'm feeling dangerous. Let's try. I'm feeling kind of dangerous right now. Let's try to chip this. Why not? Let's give it a shot. We fasted it, so it's gonna run forever. Slow down. Okay. All right, another must birdie we have gotten. I'm kind of playing this round to my normal. My normal rounds I've been doing. About 8 unders average. I've shot a 12 under when I was actually shooting, you know, decently perfect. Okay. Another one that you can play a couple of ways. You can fade it in. You can hit it straight up. Use this backstop, which I think is the best option. You can try to land it a little bit short. You know, somewhere in here, and just kind of funnel it in. However you would like to attack this, just make sure you finish it a little to the left. Like I said, you have this big backstop behind you. Use it. Oh, don't fast it. 'Cause that just makes this hole so much harder. Jesus. I don't know if I'm ever going to get my tempo right with this controller for the rest of my life. All right, let's see if we can drain an absolute monster. Again, we have a little bit of a backstop to work with. You do not want to bogey this hole. This is not a hole to bogey. like I just did. This is one of the worst holes to bogey. We finished it off at a 600. Of course. As soon as I fire up, do this video, I play Army Golf, can't putt. Oh, boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Anyways, that is Royal Halex Golf and Country Club. It is a course that is extremely, extremely, extremely scoreable. 64 fairways in reg, 61 greens in reg, still shot a 6 under. Bad proximity to hole, 41 feet. Whew. We had a 3-putt, which isn't good. But yeah, that is what you're looking at this week on the challenge circuit. A very fun golf course. It plays a lot more challenging on firm fairways. So be ready when you see firm fairways. You're going to have some tight landing zones, especially depending on what tees you get with the firm fairways. So just be very, very mindful and cautious. But the bad thing about this course is you can't be too cautious, because if you're overly cautious, you're not going to have a good approach shot. It kind of forces you into you got to hit a good drive if you want a chance at getting it to the green on your second shot and getting a good birdie opportunity. So good luck. Go forth and conquer. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like on the video. Think about subscribing to the channel if you haven't yet. We're actually coming up on 3,000 subs, which is monumental. So if you haven't subbed yet, make sure you sub to the channel. Let me know down in the comments how you've been doing on the challenge circuit. You moving up? You moving down? Have these videos been helping you? Let me know. But I hope you have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Good luck on your tournaments this week, and I will catch you on the next one. Thanks again for watching. Talk to you later. Deuces.